Hello everyone, Chelle here of the Wanderbots, and in this video I am playing the Steam Summer demo of Sacred Fire by Poetic Studios and Iceberg Interactive. Sacred Fire is a text-based and stat-heavy narrative game that features the Caledonian tribes of the British Isles and their struggle against occupying soldiers from the Roman Empire. As a history buff and role-playing game enthusiast who loves navigating narrative choices and their outcomes, games like Sacred Fire are right up my alley. That, and I have a personal incentive to play, as I voiced one of the characters for the demo. Many thanks to lead developer Andrej for reaching out to me about Sacred Fire. Well then, without further ado, let's get going and try out the demo for Sacred Fire. New game. Name your character. So we have a male protagonist or a female protagonist. So we have as a boy you grew up sparring with your older brother, or as a girl you grew up hunting with your older brother. Protected you and remained sensitive soul. Unfortunately, this means cruelty of the world is more burdensome. Protected you and inspired you to live up to his example. Ideals. Maybe that's why the injustice of the world makes you angry. Rage. So strength, ideals, and rage for male. Agility, empathy, and trauma for female. So in other words, if you're a male character, you have physical strength and convictions, and you tend to lose your temper. And if you're a female character, you're swift and empathetic, but also find things more traumatic. I find it interesting that they have stats based off of the gender that you're playing. But being a lady, I'll definitely be a lady. Though it looks like you can create a custom character. So I wonder... Oh, interesting. So we have female, but then Mona is a warrior relying on high vitality, force, and pain resistance. Plays a hunter. Oh, wait, does that change everything? No, the stats don't change, but it looks like you can change your class essentially. So we have warrior, hunter. Cora plays an elder, relying on high motivation, empathy, and leadership skills. Huh, Mona, Bree, and Cora. That's interesting. What about... Whoa. There is more customization than traits. Okay, as you can see here, I decided to speed this part up a bit. I'm notoriously indecisive when it comes to character creation, and I can spend hours fine-tuning my avatar's appearance, stats, and backstory. In the end, I mainly kept to one of the given archetypes and switched one of my starting traits to give myself bonuses in dexterity, creativity, and intellect. I tend to favor builds that focus on knowledge, charisma, and evasion rather than brute strength. The stats in Sacred Fire are numerous and seem to influence not only your physical prowess and mental acuity, but your character's ability to handle their emotions. That definitely comes into play later. Well, on to the game. And we've gone on to Chapter 1, The Hunt. 5 point unlocked. Oh! So, are we hunting this deer? So we have anger. Looks like we have a rewind button. Rewind allows you to reread what happened. Use the arrows to step back and then return to where you left off to continue. While in rewind mode, the choices and continue buttons are inactive. So that means that you can't undo a selection that you've made. Now, it looks like we have a 50% on control. Click this to reset your fear and anger for 1 MP. Click to gain and undo the reset and regain the 1 MP. Charge 100% to gain 1 MP. Drop to 0 and lose 1 MP. Success charges emotional extremes and drain. Interesting. I wish there was a bit more of a tutorial for how this goes about, but looks like maybe we'll have the tutorial here. Ah, I wish they had a continue or something to that effect rather than the arrows. Your pulse quickens. The marks betray. The deer is close. So she must be following the deer tracks. In the sky overhead, your eagle, Talon, lets out a warning shriek. You quickly look around and freeze. Far ahead, a dark smoke rises from the Roman wall. So we have a +3 to fear. Scene penalty, scene impulse. So the Romans must have an encampment up the hill. Who did this? It took decades of war to hold the Romans back. And now it's certain that they'll retaliate. It looks like we're in terror. What if I bring myself down a little bit? We're gonna be fearful, but patrols could be scouring the woods already. Click this icon to use willpower to control your emotions. Alright, let's bring that fear down a little bit more. But your people desperately need more food for this winter. Do more anger. It's up to you to decide what you'll do. Will we follow the deer into enemy territory? Oh, clicking the choices percentage will boost your chances. Oh, do we use more MP points for that? Interesting. Scan your surroundings, examine its marks, abandon the hunt. I wouldn't abandon the hunt. But we could scan our surroundings and examine the marks. Let's examine its marks. Success. The deer isn't big, but the marks are deep. It must carry heavy antlers. It'll be slower and tire more quickly. Alright, so we should be able to pursue it, potentially. What do you do? Let's follow the deer. Success. Stepping deeper into the forest, you wait for your eyes to adjust to the shadows and gloom before following the tracks. How do you proceed? Chase the deer until it drops. Try to sneak up on it. Use your eagle to chase it towards you. Ooh, I like this. Now I wonder why this is unlocked. As cunning as your feathered hunting companion is, you realize that the plan is not without risk. Even if the eagle startles the deer, it could run off in any direction. So we have fear and we also have control. What do you do? Send the eagle out. Success. A 33% roll of 100. Nice. You raise your hand in the command Talon is trained to recognize. And as you point towards the deer, it stops circling above. Alright. Talon's friendship versus Cora's check. Oh, did I forget to rename her? Oh well. Talon. Fear, anger, friendship. Alright, we have a 79%. Talon's success. Your eagle flies towards the prey. You gesture and intent is understood. One hunter to another. You often rely on Talon's keen eyes to lead you to your prey. After circling a few times, Talon starts to dive towards the bushes where the deer could be. And as it flies above them, it releases a wild, piercing shriek. Deer's fear resistance checks. Wow, I didn't expect the number of calculations involved in this. Your fear comes true as your plan goes awry and the deer bolts away from you. Aww. Oh no. Let's bring that down a little bit more. What do you do? Chase after it, stand still and listen, abandon the hunt. No. Stand still and listen. Something else could have startled the deer. Best to know what's out there before you cross paths. You can hear that the deer has changed direction, and that it now flees away from the wall. Oh no, does that mean soldiers are coming out? There's an opening it'll cross, but it's quite far off to kill- quite far off for a kill shot. What do you do? Risk chain of a risk chain is a series of checks. Run to a better shooting position or take your aim despite the distance. We're going to have some risk involved in this, but let's try this. This is something new. Run to a better shooting position. You sprint forwards to gain a better position, closing the distance and getting a better line of sight. Reach the better shooting position. New checkpoint unlocked. What's the 0% risk chain bonus? There are no special circumstances that would affect your performance. Try to gain an edge before the risk chain starts. 1 out of 4. Ahead, there is a steep slope that you need to slide down. You can slide on your feet or on your backside. So, we're fearful currently, and a little, no anger. You have a pretty good precision. Slide on your backside. That does not seem good at all. What if I reduce the amount of fear? I like this. Yeah, we definitely do not want to slide on our bum because it'll take us longer to get up. Oh! Uh-oh. I didn't realize. Okay, 100%. Keeping your balance, you fly down the slope and continue running at full speed. A thicket of waist-high brambles blocks your path. Ignore the pain. Okay, run around. Without slowing, to your left you spot a safe path through. Alright, success. A fallen tree obstructs your path. Jump over or roll under? I like the chances of roll under. Jumping over would be nice, but not with those chances. You roll underneath and spring back to your feet fluidly. And that's awesome. Alright, ahead, a steep slab of stone leads to a good vantage point. So we can climb, or we can sprint. I mean, we have 91% control. We don't have any fear and anger, so let's try climbing. In a few short movements, you skillfully climb up the vantage spot. Your run was flawless, and you have time to get your breath under control. You put arrow to bow and take aim, just in time. They said that this was the demo, so I hope that we actually have some illustrations for every specific action, because then we would be able to put more imagery to the descriptions. Let's continue. There's the deer. In the next instant, the deer bounds into the clearing. 100%. Shoot! Your shot hits true, and the tension you felt lifts. The deer collapses to the ground, shattering the undergrowth as it comes to a halt. As you approach your kill, you pick out sounds of battle at the edge of your hearing. Discern a few Roman words, and a chill runs down your spine. They've got someone cornered. What do you do? So, we can pick up the deer and flee. Go and try to help. Run for your life. Hide yourself and your kill in the bushes. I kind of like the idea of that. I don't want to be too over-encumbered, but I want to see what's going on. Hide yourself in the kill in the bushes, because we don't want the Romans getting the kill. It's not easy, but you managed to drag the deer into the bushes. So now we have more fear. Let's bring that down. The Roman voice issuing orders turns from confident to angry. Cries of pain cut the night. Someone is killing off the Romans. What do you do? Cover your tracks and hide too? Let's go view the battle. Probably. Whoa! That's good. Go view the battle. Riding your bow, you carefully advance towards the noises. You spot a movement out of the corner of your eye. A Roman archer is taking aim at you! The noise you made killing the deer betrayed your presence. Uh-oh. Try to stay calm. Survive the ambush. Dodge the arrow. Dive. You throw yourself forwards, down into a roll, and dodge the arrow. Success. You see the Roman fumble while notching another arrow. Draw. Your fingers deftly find and place an arrow. He takes aim. You must make your shot count. Kill or injure? Life and death check. I hate this. Because I don't like killing. At the same time, this guy intends to kill us, though it looks like we have a 93% chance to injure. I wonder what this will do. Life and death check. What that is? I just clicked on it and it went away. So we can kill him or we can injure him. I don't know. It's just that if he survives, he might be able to warn others. He might still be able to fight. I might just have to kill. I don't like this. I always like being a negotiator in games. But at the moment, there's potentially multiple Roman soldiers afoot. And if this one survives to either attack us again or to tell his compatriots where we are, that would definitely spell ill for us. You're faster than the Roman, and your arrow runs him through. Your flawless reactions boost your confidence. You can already make out the clearing where the fight is happening. What do you do? Observe before entering. Definitely, you want to be cautious. A single warrior stands against the foe. No less than 4 Romans already lie dead or bloodied on the ground. So, we lost fear. We got more control. There's something strangely familiar about the warrior's stance. An arrow tip flickers in the shadows. A Roman is aiming at the warrior's back. Let's bring our fear down. What do you do? So we can shoot the archer. We can blow the alarm horn. Shout, "Archer!" Or shoot the archer. I think the problem with this is shouting "Archer" would draw attention to ourselves. It might allow them to dodge, though. Blowing the alarm horn, it could be interpreted as anything. It'd be nice to shoot the archer ourselves, but would we have enough time? You don't hesitate. Drawing back your bow, your arrow hits true, winging the archer and knocking him off his feet. The other Romans hesitate and look around as the fallen archer screams in pain. The warrior uses the distraction to step up behind the guard of the nearest Roman, stabbing up and into their armpit, felling them. Probably because that would be a weak spot in this armor. It looks like this one's particularly wearing chainmail, but these guys don't really have much along the side of their arms. The warrior's hood slips off, and you freeze in shock as you recognize her face. It's Etain, your long-lost childhood friend. A whirlwind of emotions rises in your mind. I recognize this character. She's the one I voiced for this demo. I wonder if we'll actually hear the voice lines then. Fear, anger. He doesn't look your way, focused on the officer who launches a spear at you. Uh-oh. Dodge or block? How are we gonna block a spear? Can we dodge it? You skillfully dodge the spear and move towards your attacker. Launching the spear left of the officer's flank. Launching the spear left the officer's flank open. Etain closes the distance and buries her blade in his neck. I'm pretty sure that when they get more of the art assets done, they'll have the actual illustrations of the characters, because it is interesting seeing the characters off at angles to demonstrate that they're being felled in combat. We should probably bring our fear down a little bit. The last soldier reaches for his horn to call for reinforcements. Well, we probably have to get him down too. Your arrow pierces through his neck and the horn falls from his lips. He collapses with a gruesome gurgling sound. You turn towards Etain, only to see her begin to throw a dagger your way. Oh no! Does she think that we're an enemy too? Etain's friendship versus Cora's check. All right. She stands stunned, recognizing your presence, but the dagger is already flying your way. Okay, let's bring that fear down a little bit and dodge. You manage to narrowly dodge the flight of her dagger as you feel it nick your ear. Run. Yeah, it's my place, boo. Run, she whispers in a familiar voice, but with a gravity you don't recognize. Right, so we got positive experience, and experience has increased. The other line would have been, run, fool! So maybe if you had misstepped in any of the previous exchanges, she would have scolded you. All right. That. In a heartbeat, she turns and disappears into the forest. Delight and nausea overcome you. We have more sorrow, probably because she was our childhood friend and we haven't seen her in a while. We got more control. How do you react? You do, Etain, wait! Call out after her, where have you been? Mutter, where have you been? Say nothing. Etain, wait. There is no response, only silence. Oh, it added to our sorrow again. You can't believe she left. You've spent years wondering what happened to her. What do? Go after her and find her? Go examine the spot where they fought. Sort through your feelings. Let her go and carry the deer home. What to do? I mean, clearly let her go and carry the deer home is not going to be successful. Maybe we can do that after we sort through our feelings, but by then we'll have lost her. I mean, the deer can wait in the bushes. I don't know. Then it will go bad. What is this sort through your feelings? Seeing her brought forth old feelings of loss, guilt, and anger, but now a new feeling emerges. A feeling both beautiful and dangerous. A feeling of hope. That everything that should have been could be again. We've gotten rid of some of our sorrow and rage and guilt. New idea unlocked. We are all alone in the end. Really? Mindset tab. Use experience to counter ideas that govern your life. Fear, anger, pain, blocks, friendship, hostility, solo checks, motivation. We are all alone in the end. Losing your mother at an early age impacted you deeply. You're convinced of the inherent loneliness of existence. Fear, resistance, friendship checks, idea, resistance. Click the negative or the plus to build resistance to this idea. Can I build resistance? Not enough experience. Interesting. What do? Let her go and carry the deer home. Go examine the spot where they fought. Go after her and find her. I'll go after her and find her. As much as you try, you can't find any trace of her. It's as if she's a shade, not a being of mortal flesh and blood. For the briefest of moments, you doubt whether she was truly real. What do? Go examine the spot where they fought. Let her go and carry the deer home. You enter the now eerily quiet clearing, strewn with Roman corpses. These are clean, efficient kills. The wounds were clearly inflicted by a real weapon, wielded by flesh and blood. New insight about Etain unlocked. She is absolutely lethal. You can interpret this insight in both a friendly and hostile way. People tab. Build your influence to rise as a leader for your people. Use the goodwill and insights to build relationships. She's absolutely lethal. You can interpret this insight as both friendly and hostile. Interesting. We don't have enough goodwill with her to improve these yet. Oh, it's money, weapons, outfit, renown. Oh, interesting. So we are afraid, but we also lost some fear. The officer's tongue is missing, but she didn't take his head, as is custom. Maybe she doesn't want the burden to slow her down? She must be expecting more fights. What do you make of her? She become a heartless monster? Who made her so dangerous? Looks like she trained well. I don't even recognize her. She trained well. Sorrow, guilt, and less fear. You stop and listen, but can't hear anything unusual. You should have time to survey the aftermath, but you are far from being safe. What do you do? Take the head yourself. Look for loot. Maybe look for more loot. Keeping in mind that you'll be carrying the deer home, you take only their silver. New items unlocked. So we have detail. What is this? Outfits? Interesting. Warrior's necklace, cloak, quiver, outfit, right hand. So these are, the flowers represent jewelry. Elder's necklace. Paint. Celtic pattern. Nordic pattern. Oh, really? What are these points? So what we do with these outfits is we can upgrade them potentially, and it looks like we can do it for only the items with hair, nomadic hair. Wow, this is a baffling number of options, actually. It'd be nice if the UI was around the character's body and you had different slots for them. Because having them floating in space makes it a little difficult to identify them. Looks like we have the bow. We have a small shield. Not enough wealth. I see. The right hand, it looks like we have a long sword? Maybe we'll be able to upgrade these later. Keeping in mind that you'll be carrying the deer home, you take only their silver. Success. We got plus 20 wealth, control, and experience. On one of the bodies, you find a set of wooden figures. They represent children, 2 boys and a girl. Must have been the Roman soldier's own children. Numerous little knives in his kit. Hint that he carved them himself. Yep, more guilt. What's your take on this? We choose our sides. I was a child too when someone like him killed Mom. We have to stop this bloodshed. We all just try to survive. I would agree on stopping the bloodshed. It's cyclical. You realize that there are people who have better things to do than kill each other on both sides. Rage. Let's see. They have families too. Build your influence to rise as the leader of your people. You can interpret this insight in both a friendly... Okay. Not enough goodwill with legionnaires yet. We have more hostility, less friendship. It'd be nice if we had a tab just for our relationships with certain people. Maybe we'll get that later. It's tragic, but proves that they are not heartless, that there is room perhaps for compromise. I definitely feel that. My mother's side of the family can trace their heritage back to the British Isles and such. Even as far back as 1000 AD or so. My father's side of the family comes from Italy and Greece, so I wouldn't doubt it if I had very distant ancestors that were part of the Roman Empire. But yeah, interesting. What do you do? Take the head yourself? Get quickly out of there. Yeah, we're not going to be taking a bloody head. You swiftly leave the clearing and take cover among the trees. You return to your kill and try to pick it up. The heavy antlers weigh the kill down, and you struggle to lift it. You feel unprepared. What do you do? Eat the raw liver to gain strength. Take your time and figure it out. To calm yourself, you come up with a solution. What do you do? Separate the antlers with an axe. Keep trying until you lift it at is. No. Separate the antlers with an axe. That might make a little bit of noise, though. I don't like the idea of that. You are scared the Romans will hear you and you hesitate. Yep, I knew that. What do you do? Strength? After a gigantic effort, you manage to lift the prey onto your shoulders. Woo-wee! It'll take you the rest of the day to reach home carrying the prey. Hurry to get away from the wall. Start to tire soon. Uh-oh. That's not good. What do you do? Push yourself harder to get to safely. Think about how to set your pace. You don't want to end up exhausted, so you may need to fight. As you set a sustainable pace, ideas swirl in your head, compete for your attention. What do you focus on? Think about Etain. About the Romans. Save energy and let your mind wander. Focus on your surroundings. I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I'll focus. Stop and listen to the noises of the forest. Your caution pays off as you spot someone lurking in the shadows near the trail. Uh-oh. That be? You seek cover when a figure steps out onto the trail. I noticed that our fear immediately went down, so we must know who this character is.
Well, well, I see you. Always hiding. Always hesitating.
He laughs. Morl? Morl's negative experience. Aversion. Ah, really? We got a little bit angry and averse. Is he a rival to us? I bet he is. He's gonna want to share the kill. It's Morl, a local bully, volatile, petty, and bitter. He holds a bow with an arrow ready to pull. What do you do? So there's what do you want, Morl? Ignore him and continue walking. Think about your options? That's not gonna work. There's been an attack on the wall. We have to warn everyone. He's probably going to be like, well, then why are you carrying that deer? I'll tell the truth. There's been an attack on the wall. We have got to warn everyone. Morl is shaken for a moment by the gravity of your words. What's this? Hostility versus Cora check.
You won't talk your way out of this one.
He spurts out angrily. What? Injustice and anger? What does he want with us? Aren't we from the same village? How do you respond? I'm not lying. The danger is very real. I heard sounds of battle near the wall. Stop trying to convince him. Okay, what do we do? What do you do? What do you want? Wait, oh, did I actually, oh no. I shouldn't have done that, because now it's just gonna bring... He's probably gonna attack us, though. What do you want, Morl?
I'm hunting, like everyone else.
He utters sarcastically.
And it looks like I just hunted down some impressive prey.
Oh no.
You'll turn over that deer, and I'll let you walk away.
He finishes threateningly. What do you do? You can give him the kill, ignore him and continue walking down the trail. Think about your options. You've known him all your life. If you let him, he will rob you and hurt you, but deep down, he's a coward. New insight. He won't kill you. He's too scared of your brother, Wid. He just wants to be the hero who brings home the kill. If it comes to a fight, you're pretty certain that he will retreat if you injure him enough. You can either show strength to intimidate him, or you can feign fear to make him drop his guard. You can also use the Roman silver to distract him. Thinking about him like this makes you able to see more than just an attacker. All your history, yeah, focus on your own safety. Interesting. We are using up a lot of our MP on this. Failure. Summoning his aggravating face in your mind's eye, you struggle to see anything but an antagonist. Thinking about him like this makes you unable to see... Yeah. Focus on your own safety. What do you do? Give him the kill. Ignore him and continue walking down the trail. Use one of the tactic options. What do you do? Intimidate, trick, attack, walk past him. I mean, sure. You move forward with confidence. As you walk past him, he looks at you with genuine hate.
Don't turn your back on me, you wench!
He screams and draws his blade, shaking from anger. He uses lack of focus to circle into a more favorable position. He roars and charges at you furiously. Boss fight start. He swiftly lunges for your head. Block, dodge, block. His strike lacks the force, and you safely block. Gives you the space to make your next move. What do you do? Outsmart, poke, intimidate, attack. I mean, I like the idea about outsmarting him. You entered a state of deep focus. Choose your tactic. Observe, pretend terror, radical attacks. Let's observe. You start to circle more and he follows suit. He isn't entirely blocking your escape path. From the way he wields his weapon, you know that he will favor forceful attacks. Risk chain bonus. You also notice a patch of sand that can be used to blind him. New tactic unlocked. His fear breaks to the surface, but he quickly regains control. His show of weakness boosts your confidence. He spits on the ground and mutters some obscenity. He is so disgusting, it makes your blood boil. Before you realize it, he has closed more of the distance between you. Is there a way to get my anger down? His fear breaks to the surface, but he regains control. His show of weakness boosts your confidence. He goes for a slow swing, armed at your legs. Block, dodge, counter. If I do this, I can dodge. Effortless success. His aim is poor, and you lean back to dodge the strike. Gives you the space to make your next move. What do you do? We can outsmart. Remember your training. Choose your tactic. Blind with sand. Pretend terror. Okay, why don't we boost that up and do this? First, you need to reach the sand without raising suspicion. What do you do? Circle to the sand. Dodge towards it. You circle him, eyes locked, counting the steps to place the patch of sand at your feet. He doesn't suspect anything and moves closer. There's disengage, pretend tripping. Pretend, oh no! Using your hand to support yourself, but it remains keenly aware and closes in. No, I should have just used up one of my NP points. Dodge a strike to create an opportunity to blind him. Let's put more MP into this. We have to succeed. You were grazed. Ah! Failing to dodge in time, the pain of the blow makes you drop the sand you were clutching. His fear breaks to the surface, but he also regains control. Okay, boost your confidence. He performs a series of deadly moves to intimidate you. He is dangerous, but you manage to remain calm. You can see he didn't expect you to be this tough. What do you do? I mean, at this point, do I try the chain again? Outsmart. You find a moment of clarity. Tactic. We can still try to blind with the sand. We can do radical attacks. We know that he's susceptible to terror, but it will require more. First, you need to reach it without risk. Okay, what do you do? Circle to the sand. Success. Doesn't suspect anything. Pretend tripping. We're a little bit better this time, but I'm going to increase our chances. You pretend to trip using your hand to support yourself, and he attacks impulsively. Dodge a strike to create an opportunity to bind him. Success. You dodge and throw a fistful of sand into his face. You also rank up for instant effects. He panics, blinded by the sand. So we can knock out, kill, walk away, disarm. Let's knock out. Ooh. Oh, I already spent points on it. Use his blind panic to knock him out. He is completely at your mercy. Finish him! Walk away. We'll have the rest of the tribe deal with him. Or the Romans will. Failing to walk away may result in you... What? A noble thought, but you desire to punish him. Your desire to punish him is stronger. Really? Really? A 94% roll and an 85%... What? Acting on instinct, you move closer to eliminate the threat. With a moan, Morl regains consciousness and starts to frantically crawl away and flee from you. The urge to not let him go is getting strong. Oh. I don't know. We can throw a weapon and kill him, but he's a member of our tribe. Let him escape and walk away calmly. You feel good about yourself. You defeated Morl, but didn't get his blood on your hands. You pick up the prey and walk home. Hopefully we get our MP back. It's already late in the afternoon when you enter the village. The deer draws much attention, and a small crowd gathers. Got respect, renowned, control. Yes, we've ranked up a little bit. What does this do? Name and title. Your deed unlocks titles associated with your name. Oh, really? Able to do that? For the Starborn, your extraordinary luck is known among the tribes. You're all alone in the end. Outfit. People. Oh. Raven. Igraine. Bid. Etain. Fear resistance, friendship checks. I don't really want to build into that. Okay, well, I don't want to spend too many points, so let's continue. The deer draws much attention, and the crowd gathers. What do you do? Share the meat as your custom dictates. Yes. People quickly take their share, but thanks is scant. Really? We've lost some wealth, but gained some favor and some MP. You do see relief in their faces and a few friendly smiles. Their families won't go to bed hungry. We've gotten some respect, pardon, trust. What do you do? Boast about the hunt, or stay quiet. I don't like the idea of boasting, because all that we did was pursue it, have Talon help us, and then got into the battle, but no. I don't know. Let's see what this does, boast about the hunt. Make sure that you look the part and prepare to speak. What do you say? I had to fight Morl to get it to you? I carried it without stopping an entire day. I had to fight Morl to get it to you. This gets the people talking, and a few of them curse Morl's name. We've actually harmed Morl's renown. We've also lowered fear and anger, gotten more control and respect. Maybe everyone hates Morl at this point. He is a bully. Or the Storm. Your quick temper is spoken of among the tribes. We already have the Starborn. The Storm. We also have Provoke and Intimidate. What do you say? I shot it from 100 steps away. Hunted it for days, never losing track. Carried it without stopping an entire day. People murmur agreeably and continue to divide the prey. Less anger, more renown, more control, more respect. I hunted it for days, never losing the tracks. Sure. People nod politely and take turns dividing the prey. What do you say? Say no more. When everyone has their share, you feel the urge to warn them about the Roman threat. What do you do? Saw black smoke rise from the wall. I heard the Romans fight in the woods. I saw Etain, the one sent to train at court as a child. Let's think about this. The prospect of a new war breaking out is horrible news. No one wants to hear what you have to say. New insight about the villagers unlocked. Build your influence to rise as a leader among your people. They don't want war. You can interpret this insight both in a friendly and a hostile way. So we get more friendship and less hostility. Goodwill boost. I like the idea of that. Want to be able to get some more help from the villagers. Unlike your brother, you haven't yet earned their trust. You could talk to him privately and let him deal with the crowd. Or you can try to talk to them patiently on your own. What do you do? I saw black smoke rise from the wall. Okay. Return to your house. Maybe I'll do this one. I saw Etain, the one sent to train at the fort as a child. No one reacts to Etain's name. Looks like no one remembers her. Oh. What do you make of it? Bastards, they know no loyalty. Think about this rationally. Yeah, I'll do that. The crowd in front of you is small. They don't represent the whole village. They genuinely may not have known Etain as a girl. You have more intellect, control, less anger. What do you make of it? Stay silent. What do you do? I want to return to the house. Success. You turn back to your house and you notice Wid standing in the shadows. He must have watched everything. Cora's shame, Cora's control.
That deer is magnificent. I'm happy for you.
He smiles.
You mentioned Etain. What did she have to say for herself?
He asks with genuine concern. You never realized Wid saw Etain that day. Catches you off guard. Envy and anger. It doesn't really sound like she has a good relationship with her older brother. It looks like we don't really have too much control. New insight about Wid unlocked. Rage, addictions. Interesting. Friendship hostility. Feels protective of Etain. You can interpret this insight in both a friendly and a hostile way. Not enough goodwill with him yet. How do you respond? Your village sister is a murderer. She's changed a lot. Don't know if we can trust her. Oh yeah, she fought the Romans in the forest. That is the truth. It takes a while to process what you just said before continuing. Gave Etain some renown.
So, the Romans crossed the wall.
He says slowly. Then his thoughts go back to Etain.
If If she was so far from the fort on her own, she must be in the Royal Guard.
Thinks Wit aloud.
But why didn't she?
Trails off. Interesting. They must have really put a lot of thought into managing all aspects of tabulating relationships betwixt characters, given that, you know, fear, anger, guilt, friendship, you have all of these percentages. I wish that there were meters or easier means to decode what all of this means in the greater context of being able to chat with these characters. Is there a way for me to bring my anger and fear down? Little.
She must be carrying an important message.
He finishes. How do you react? We didn't exactly speak much. Oh, you aren't prepared to share this with Wid yet. Oh no. How do you react? Don't comment.
It's grave news, sister. Why didn't you tell everyone?
Wid takes a while to process this turn of events before replying. I get my anger down.
I wish you had shared the news, no matter their response. I stand beside your truth.
He's really guilting us now. They wouldn't trust me. They need to hear it from you. They need to hear it from an elder. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of fatigue. I didn't realize that.
No, that's not true. What did you see?
You can tell you have his full attention. I saw black smoke rising from the walls. I heard Romans ambush someone to the wall first. He listens to you attentively. It takes a moment before.
I'll wait for Igraine the Elder. Otherwise, she would oppose whatever I did just to protect her standing.
He explains.
If Romans do retaliate, it will take them several days to gather their forces.
He concludes. So maybe Etain was on a special mission in which she was sabotaging the interior of the Roman fort, and her being outside and having that ambush occur was her escaping, perhaps? What do you make of it? At least he doesn't question my words. He doesn't realize the influence he has. He's too lazy to lead. He knows best what he wants. Yeah, maybe he's underestimating himself as a leader in the tribe. What do you do next? Where is Igraine?
She's treating a sick child at the shepherd's house. She should be back before dawn.
He replies. You walk back home in silence. You know there is no use talking to Wid now. He likes to process things before he speaks his mind. We get to sleep so that our fatigue goes down. He wishes you good night and then lies down on his bed as you fall exhausted into yours. But sleep escapes you. You're worried about Etain and a war that could wipe out your entire people. How do you deal with the uncertainty? Take a sleeping herb? Use reason to still the doubts. Use faith to still the doubts. Focus on what went good that day. Let's use reason. Slowly face your concerns with the truth that there is nothing but more by the looks of it. You focus on what you can control and take deep, calm breaths. That takes our down in our anger. It makes you painfully aware of how little control you have. I am not in control. You've always felt like life is happening to you, not something that you're living on your own terms. Anger resistance solo checks. Is there a reason why we would put points into this? Oh. So by putting these in, we actually reduce Fear resistance friendship checks. Anger resistance solo checks. I'll do that for those points. I wonder if these are our points with the characters. Not enough goodwill. So it looks like there's numerous point systems that we have to manage. Eventually, though, your mind and body relax and succumb to exhaustion. Chapter 1, 100% complete. We got 97 experience, we got 50 wealth, a lot of renown, a lot of goodwill, some ideas, some items, some titles, and some insights. Ah, influence race, number 5 of 6. Congratulations, you've reached the end of this demo. Huh, this is pretty music. Well, never experienced a point-and-click narrative adventure quite like that, where they tabulate absolutely every aspect of your character's emotional state, and then the emotional states of the characters that you're interacting with, and all of the success chances and the probabilities. Because it's interesting how, yeah, your fear and your anger can detract from your rolls, and how you have a certain amount of HP, obviously for battles, but then you also have this MP for, you can acquire it by feeling more in control and by feeling emboldened, but you can expend it in order to improve your chances and then with this, the control, as you succeed in situations, you can use that to reduce your anger and your fear. It's a really unique system, and I'm curious as to how it will be used throughout the rest of the narrative, and with all of the building interactions with different characters and different factions and stuff, how that will work. The only thing I would have to say is that the UI can be a little bit difficult to read, and that I would like to see some of these meters and things not as these green and white icons floating in space, but in square tabs, and having their own specific UI so that you can more easily tab through all the options. But yeah, so definitely looking forward to seeing more. And I am looking forward to, it says that they were going to release this in the fall. I wonder how much more they will have done with the artwork and the additional chapters. Oh, there's more to this. It represents just a short part of the story. You, the player, will get to tell in the full game. We can't wait to share with you more scenes to explore, including the rescue mission that you've seen in the game's intro. Ah, when they were all brawling in that field against the Romans to, I believe, save the raven-haired girl. Wishlist the game now to get notified when the game is out and get a head start on the launch and discount. You can't make it alone. Please join our cause and tell your friends about the game. Thank you. Every choice counts. That's very true. Every choice counts. With the credits. And at the top is Andrej. He's the mastermind of Sacred Fire, and he's also the primary writer who was so kind to contact me about voicing Etain for this particular demo. Yeah. It was fun to be brought on to this. On the right, you can see there's Doug Cockle, who's best known for voicing The Witcher. Ben Britton, I believe he's been in a number of animated series. And then there's myself. Yay! Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. And if you want to see more demos from the summer Demothon, Wander and I have a number that will be coming out over the course of the month. Many thanks to Andrej again for bringing me on to Sacred Fire as a voice actress, and thanks to all of you for watching. Hope to see you next time.